Welcome to another segment on the tips to pass GES Promotion Examination. Today we are going to focus on how to easily identify test, assessment, measurement, and evaluation in GES Promotion Examination. So let's first move on to the first question and how to identify the answer or the keywords we have learned in the previous video. Okay, the first question says that dash is a tool or an instrument used to measure how much a learner knows, understands, or can do in a specific area of learning. So let's look at the question carefully and identify the key phrase or words here. So when you look at the question, you can see tool here. So either the question is going to use tool or an instrument. And what are they going to use for, or what is the tool or instrument going to use for? It is going to use to measure how much a learner has learned or how much a learner knows or understands. So these words you see over there, that tool or an instrument, according to our previous discussion, know the answer is going to be test. So test will be the answer to this question based on the key phrases or words you see over there, that is tool or an instrument. Okay, let's look at the next question. The next question, dash is a process of assigning numerical values or numbers for students' performance. So here, this is also quite easy according to our previous discussion. So here, a keyword that will help us is assigning numerical values or assigning out numbers. So when you see these keywords or phrase, automatically we are talking about measurement. Thank you. Measurement will be the answer to this question. Let's look at the next question. A formal and systematic procedure of getting information about how much students have learned. So let's look at it. So systematic procedure. So we are not talking about systematic process, but rather procedure. And what is this procedure for? To get information about how much students have learned. So if the first word doesn't actually give you the clue, the second phrase will give you the clue. So how much students have learned, and we learned that one is what? Test. So we go for test. Okay, let's move on to another question. So dash is defined as a systematic process. So process is here of collecting and interpreting information that is used for making decisions So I'll not even bother to go further. So once it is systematic process of collecting information or interpreting information, and this is used for making decisions. So once for making decision has actually appeared in here, we learned that it is for assessment. It is for assessment. So assessment is a process of collecting information, and then when you collect this information, what are we going to use this information for? Just to make what decision? To make decision. So I'll go for assessment. Assessment. All right. Let's move on. Dash is defined as the process of quantifying learners' performance using numbers or scores. So yeah, even if the question did not go further to say using numbers or score, after seeing the quantifying, we know that we are talking about measurement. So we quantify learners' performance using scores or numbers. So for example, if a child scores 5/2, not 5/10, or 1/2, or 50%, or 30%, 90%, all these are, you are quantifying the learner's performance, and therefore we are going for measurement. All right, measurement. So these are the keywords that is helping you to know the answer to be a measurement. Okay, so the next question. Dash is defined as the process of making a valid judgment about the quality or worth of a learner's achievement or performance. So in our previous lesson, we also learned that as soon as you are passing judgment on the learner's performance, we are talking about evaluation. Yes, that is what he said. So judgment, or the key word here, passing or making judgment about the quality of a learner's performance. Therefore, we are talking about evaluation. All right. So once you get to know all these keywords or phrases, it is easy to identify the answers. They are good to go. Let's move on. Okay, so this question could be somewhat lengthy or confusing, but they have written so many things over here. But that is a keyword or phrase that will help you to identify the answer so easily. Let's see. A teacher administered a standardized test to quantify students' understanding of algebra. The scores are recorded and analyzed to determine each student's level of proficiency. This process of assigning numerical values to learning or to learner's outcome is called what? Now they have written plenty over here, but there is one keyword that we can use to beat them and get the answer so easily. So the keyword over here is what? To quantify. Talking about quantity, you quantify learners' performance, and therefore we are going for measurement. All right. So this one is quite easy, you know. Let's move on. So which of the following processes is limited to quantitative description of learners' performance? again, the keyword is found here, which is what? Quanti. So we are quantifying learners' performance over here, and say quantitative. It means that we are quantifying learners' performance, and therefore still go for measurement. All right. Okay, our next question. The purpose of evaluation in education is to, so we met the first question, which was talking about evaluation. We saw judgment over there, and anytime you're talking about evaluation, you're talking about passing judgment. So you say, what is the purpose of evaluation over here? The purpose of evaluation. So when you look at the first option, you don't see judgment. Second one, no judgment. But when you look at the last one, say make judgment about the quality of learning. About the quality of learning. So our answer will be option D. So that one is easy. Let's go. Okay, evaluation is done to make judgment about the, you see, once you know everything about evaluation, you're gonna get it easy, So it's not about quantity. Anytime you're talking about quantity, please, you're talking about measurement. And anytime you're talking about quality, you're talking about evaluation. So here you go straight to option A. Good. So you've gone straight for option A to be the answer. So evaluation is done to make judgment about the quality of education. Please, not quantity. We're not talking about measurement. You're talking about evaluation. So go for quality. All right. So I think you're almost done. Yeah, almost done. So please subscribe to enjoy the next videos. And the next videos, you're going to talk about types of assessment, where we do talk about the formative, summative, diagnostic, a lot. So let's meet, and how we can also identify these terms in GES Promotion Examination. It's so easy. Let's meet next time. But make sure you subscribe. You type on that, and then anytime I post a video, you're gonna get it. Okay, thank you.